I want to know the context. I mean, that's a quote.
Oh, he's looking for context. Dude, it's so funny. He looks for context when it's something that like he only looks for context when it's something that he's like already personally invested in. Here, Joe Rogan claimed the other day that there are no examples that show Elon Musk is a right-winger, so I couldn't resist responding. Here are several examples in just 60 minutes from me.
Time for what I call my 60-second rant. This week, Joe Rogan, who wants to believe he's a contrarian, said something very strange and demonstrably false in defense of Elon Musk on his podcast.
I hear people in LA, I hear people that I know, like, oh, Elon's just so crazy. It's like something happened to him. He went nuts and he's a right-winger now. Like, how? What are you saying? Like, what examples do you have? Like, they don't have an example.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, there are a lot of examples. There are a lot of examples, Joe. Give me just 60 seconds. Start the clock. Elon Musk has spent the past 4 months since he bought Twitter replying to and amplifying the most far-right conspiratorial anti-vaxxer white supremacist accounts on Twitter. He has spent the past 4 months since he bought Twitter restoring the accounts of actual neo-Nazis and Holocaust deniers, as well as Kanye West, some of whom, including Ye's, he later then had to suspend again. He gave Trump his Twitter account back. He trolled Democratic Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. He trolled Democratic Senator Ed Markey. He rails against the woke mind virus. He says his pronouns are prosecute Fauci.
He literally said he's a right-winger and like advocated for right-wingers. Like, the only reason why Joe Rogan doesn't want to recognize that Elon Musk is a right-winger is because Joe Rogan himself is the same type of dumbass right-wing guy who tries to claim like, oh, well, I have a lot of unique positions actually, but I also love DeSantis.
So, because I know you were also a fan of Bernie.
Yes.
And they're like polar opposites in terms of the rest of their policies.
I'm a fan of him for different reasons.
Right, yeah.
You know?
But I know you said that you thought he would make a good president. And there's a bunch of things about him that I
there
think
are
would probably
Republicans like this, though.
Yeah.
There are Republicans that like Trump and also like Bernie.
Yeah, we call them idiots, okay? That's what we call them. Because they are. They're stupid, okay?
change your opinion on it. Like, for example, he thinks weed should stay illegal.
Whatever. Most of the voting public is stupid, so I'll take it. Like, I'll take the stupid motherfuckers voting. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? Who cares? I'm a fan. Please, go off, Kings. Be as stupid as you want to be, as long as you vote for Bernie.
Because it smells bad.
Is that really his opinion, that it smells bad?
He said it
Does
smells,
he not know about edibles?
Quote, putrid, and he wants it to stay banned because of that.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Is that really his rationalization?
Jamie, if you want, you could pull that up.
Yeah, that's what it says here, but it's legal in Florida.
Yo, Kyle is taking control of Jamie, dude. He said, Jamie, pull that shit up.
Ooh.
I love when the host is telling Jamie to pull shit up, dude. He's like, pull that shit up, Jamie.
Medically.
It says marijuana should remain criminalized because of its putrid odor. Polling compiled by the University of North Florida showed that most Floridians want the adult use of marijuana to be legal in the Sunshine State.
Yeah.
That's certainly not the case. In fact, under state law, the possession of up to 20 grams of cannabis is punished by a $1,000 fine and up to a year in prison. Possession of greater amounts is a felony. So what has he said? What I don't like about it is if you go to some of these places that have done it, the stench when you're out there, I mean, it smells so putrid.
Dude, Kyle's so smart. Okay, listen. He is 100%. You already know what he's doing. I don't even need to explain it. Yeah, Kyle's holding a carrot and Joe is sniffing. Oh, yeah. Because Joe's been glazing up DeSantis nonstop because he's like, oh, I'm so right-wing. I love Austin, Texas. Like, oh, whatever. And Kyle's like, oh, yeah? You like DeSantis? Well, here's what he said about weed, dog. How do you feel about that shit, Joe? You know Joe can't sit here and keep glazing him up after this shit.
He's talking about the city, Austin, not me.
Yeah.
I am not right-wing.
Austin is right-wing, 100%.
I want people to be able to breathe freely.
Talk about the city.
That's silly.
But
that's also like...
He's like, look, oh, God, which one in his dumb ape brain, which of the things does he care about more? Does he care about, like, presenting himself as this, like, right-wing, out-of-touch weirdo? Or does he love weed?
I want to know the context. I mean, that's a quote.
Oh, he's looking for context. Dude, it's so funny. He looks for context when it's something that, like, he only looks for context when it's something that he's like already personally invested in. He's like, oh yeah, this motherfucker never looks for context when some dumbass Facebook post is telling him that like vaccines turn children autistic and gay. You know what I mean? He's like, yeah, that's real. Did you see that? But when it's the kitty litter, you know what I mean? Kitty litter boxes are being put in schools. A buddy of mine told me that.
It made me so sad. Because there's this young kid. He looks like he's probably like 17 or 18, and the father's 42. And the father beats the shit out of him. I mean, like, dings him in the head and keeps punching him. I'm like, that's your son. That's your son. And we're watching you beat your son up. You failed. You've failed
Was
as a
it
man.
this?
Yeah, this is it.
That's not exactly what was happening.
It's not? What is it?
They're not father.
Oh, why does it lie? It
Because
says
that's
father
what-
knocks out son
Yeah,
in
but
celebrity
that's-
boxing match.
Gotta get somebody to click on this.
Bro, you are the dumbest man on the planet. He said, why does it lie? He said, why does it lie? But when it comes to Ron DeSantis talking about marijuana legalization, is like, oh, well, I don't know.
DeSantis demurs on marijuana legalization, but can't stand the dank stank. Well, okay, you don't have to like the smell.
That's it. That's the reason why Joe Rogan would, of course, have a very hard time understanding or claiming that Elon Musk definitely is right wing. Because in America, a lot of people, especially people that are like in the culture or want to be in the culture, can't openly say they're right wing. It's like, bro, he's a billionaire. What do you mean? Every right wing ass shit that happens in society is a consequence of every billionaire. I don't give a how many black charities, let's say, Jeff Bezos, how many black cash apps Jeff Bezos sent money to. He's still a right winger because he's a billionaire, okay? There is no left wing position. There are no left wing billionaires. Like George Soros is the closest, and that's why everyone always says like George Soros is a left wing socialist billionaire. It's like, no, you're idiot. He's not. He is a liberal, okay? Liberalism is still inherently a right-wing idea because it revolves around the protection of private property. Its entire society is designed around said protection. It's built upon enclosure. Richard Branson is? No, man. No. There's no such thing as like a left-wing billionaire. There are no anti-capitalist billionaires, okay? Maybe in the future. I don't know. With the way that like wages works for insane like sports contracts or whatever, actors maybe, but no.
He spread a homophobic conspiracy for a fake news website about Paul Pelosi and the vicious attack on Paul Pelosi. He doesn't like regulations. He doesn't like high taxes. He doesn't like labor unions. He hung out with Jared Kushner at the World Cup final. He hung out with Rupert Murdoch at the Super Bowl. He advocated for Kevin McCarthy to be House Speaker. He went to Kevin McCarthy's office on Capitol Hill to wish him happy birthday in person. In fact, he was Kevin McCarthy's VIP guest at his Republican fundraising retreat in Wyoming last year. He said he's leaning towards Ron DeSantis for president in 2024, right-wing Republican Ron DeSantis. Oh, and he told his more than 120 million followers on Twitter on the site he owns to vote Republican just last November. Yes, vote GOP, he literally said. But no, Rogan's right. Musk's not a right-winger. How could you possibly think that? Up next, being a child of immigrants doesn't automatically make you an advocate for immigrants. Just ask Nikki Haley.
Nice. It's so funny that like a guy who literally said, please vote for Ron DeSantis, the Republican candidate, is actually not a right winger.